আজকে যেটা আমরা করব সেটা হচ্ছে yes. Okay. Good morning and welcome to today's session, 26th January, Republic Day for India. And today's practice will be expressing our gratitude to, again, Mother Universe and to anyone and everyone who have made what we are. Today's practice will be on controlling breath. So there are various practices uh, which we can on breath, which can do on breath, we can practice on breath. And there is one new technique which I will be sharing with you today. So before that, let us express our gratefulness in silence and with reverence. Thank you. We go back to our previous practice because this entire session would be on breathing. So we go back to the relaxation technique, relaxing our mind and body. Request you to please sit straight, lengthen your spine, or maybe be in a place, relax yourself. Ask yourself to relax. Take 2 deep breaths. Wonderful. Relax the top of your head, your forehead, the top of your eyebrows, your cheeks, muscles around your jaws and around your eyes. Relax your tongue, your ears, and let the relaxation flow to your chest and hands. Relax your stomach and abdomen. Just see if there's any sensation in your body. Be aware of it and relax. Relax your hips, your waist, your thighs. Relax your knees. Let the relaxation flow to your calf muscles and shin bone. See your breath becoming slower as you relax. Let the relaxation now flow to your ankles and toes. Relax the top of your shoulders and let the relaxation flow to the top of your to your hips, relaxing the muscles around your spine. Wonderful. Being silence. Silence from the point of view of your mind, absolute silence for a moment. Again, see if any sensation is there in your face, head, or any part of your body, and relax it. Focus on 5 breaths before you move into the next practice. Great. We now get into our practice. Control breath, control self. Focusing on breath has been a practice of mindfulness since long. There is a practice of breathing which I will share with you today and which we will practice today. What we would do is we will focus on our breath, both the inhalation and exhalation, with counts, which means we'll count one and inhale, count one and exhale. So then we will count two and inhale and count two and exhale, like this. Then we will count three and inhale, count three and exhale. We will go up to 10 like this, right? And just enjoy your breath. So we start with the count of 1, and I will let you know by labeling them as 1, 2 till 10. So relax. Start with 1. Now we move into 2. Inhale with a count of 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. If you're comfortable with it, 8, continue. Otherwise, go back to 1. So 8. 9. 10. 'Be in silence for a moment and open your eyes. Wonderful. This helps in mindfulness, and for those who cannot continue till 10, it's perfect to breathe till a count of 7, 8. When you are fatigued, just relax. Don't move ahead anymore. If you're feeling a little, there is a tiredness in your body, or you are feeling a little uh, difficult to breathe to a count of 8 or 9 or 10, go back to 1. That's perfectly okay. So what we will do is, what is the count that you are comfortable with, Pamela?
Till the count of 9, I was when I went
Devash
back to count 1.
Okay, Devashish.
I can go on, Partho, frankly, and I do it that way. The problem which was happening was like,
You're walking.
your frequency and our frequency may not match.
That's okay.
So
That's okay.
so when you're saying 3, I'm at 4 or 5.
Okay.
So then what happens is my concentration gets lost.
Okay. So
So
what we
we
can
will
do
take
is,
over after.
what we
Yeah,
will do is, I'll not label it. We will
yeah,
do as per our frequency on our
correct,
practice, and then we will come back,
correct,
right? So we will go up to 10
right.
and we will come back. Good morning, Kakuli madam.
Good morning. Would you please just repeat what we have to do, because I joined late.
Yeah. So
Breathing. Just
you
breathe.
inhale. You inhale with a count of 1 and exhale with a count of 1. So then you inhale with a count of 2. Then you inhale at the count of 3. Like that, go up to 10. If you cannot go up to 10, go up to 8 or 7, whatever you, and come back to 1 once again, right? So we will follow our own frequency. I will be on mute and you can label it for yourself. You can let me know when you are done with the practice. Mhm. So you can let me know.
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay.
You're done.
Very nice. So what we will do is we will get into the practice of deliberate breathing for once. And in deliberate breathing, we'll do it 5 times before we end the session. Yeah. Okay. So keep your hand below your navel and keep your hand below your navel and one hand on the chest. While you're breathing in, inflate your belly. And while you're breathing out, exhale your belly. Do it very gently. Thank you. So that was for today. And if you have, you can share your experiences. This is the practice which has been mentioned by Thai Nhat Hanh in his one of his books, which the monks practice in Vietnam and other areas. And Thai Nhat Hanh says that it helps you to increase your concentration and focus. So, can you share your experiences, how you felt, whether it helped you? So, anyone?
This is nice.
Yeah.
Yes, Devashish?
Yeah. Yeah. So my experience, it may be completely personal. Um, so I used to do it in the early, times, even before I joined my university. I used to do the number count. I felt at that time, and today what I feel is it, it, it it helps for a beginners maybe. Okay, just to the continuity of breath and keeping that labeling funda, right, the basics. Now what I
Yeah.
felt was like I breathe when I breathe, so I concentrate too much on the
Count.
nostrils, the air going in and the warm air coming out and all that sort. And the focus is at the center of the between the eyes and all that stuff. Um, so I felt that when I was doing this number thing, so the number thing became very natural, as if like it was happening in the background after some time, and my mind started wandering because I my concentration on the nostril part was little laid down. So that was my experience. But it may vary.
Okay, fair enough. So what we again believe is whatever works for you, do that. So this is another
Yeah.
technique which might help. So whatever works, you practice that. Ultimately, it's being mindful throughout your daily activities also. Great. Okay. Thank you, Devashish. Pamela? Sorry?
Helped me a lot. Like my concentration was
Could
better.
not he cannot hear you.
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's
No,
breaking. It's
very,
breaking
very
very
fade.
fade.
Can you hear me now?
Very low, but let me check.
No, it's okay. Even
Speak
it's very
again.
fade. Very fade. You just say we will try to hear you mindfully.
Very helpful for me. Like my concentration was also on my nostrils and
Okay.
my breathing. And
Okay. Fair. Thank you. Kakuli madam, any sharings?
No, it was fine with me. No problem.
Okay. So whatever works for you. And one more thing which I would like to share is in your daily practices also, you can follow the principle of do as you are doing, which means if you are sitting in a posture, sit for sake of sitting. If you are washing your dishes, wash your dishes for the sake of washing your dishes, for nothing else. So that is also a practice of mindfulness, which helps you in being mindful. So if you are holding a cup and drinking your tea, hold your cup and drink your tea. Right. So I will repeat it for some time because this has been very helpful. I found it very, very helpful practice for me. So the example which I think I shared with you is that a monk was eating tangerine and he was eating and he was thinking of something else. So the other monk told him that what are you eating? Are you eating tangerine or are you eating your thoughts? So he gave a bite on the tangerine once again and he said, tangerine. And he said, are you sure? And the monk realized that till now he was not eating tangerine. He was actually chewing the tangerine, and thoughts were coming in. From that moment, he became mindful and he ate the tangerine. So this is one incident or one thing read which actually impressed me, which I liked, and I thought I'll share it with you, and we can practice it in our daily life at any point of time. We might not remember it, but the moment we remember, we can just do what we are doing, right?
So another thing, Partha, which comes to my mind is, the concept of flow in life. So it peaks when we are doing something which we like, right?
Absolutely.
So when we are taking a cup of tea, it's a very routine thing. Yes, we should, be very conscious of sipping the tea, holding the cup, etc., or whatever. But let us say yesterday I was doing my gardening, right? And I spent about 40-45 minutes in gardening and spreading the manure and খুরপি দিয়ে মাটিটাকে খোঁড়া, পাতাগুলো যেগুলো ড্রাই হয়ে গেছে সেগুলোকে ফেলে দেয়া and all that stuff. And I was completely lost for that 40-45 minutes. No thoughts came but for the tending of things that was happening in front of me. So there are, what I'm trying to say is, there are certain things which we should deliberately do to bring the flow in life, and that will add to the concentration. That will at least give a moment of happiness which we can carry on the aftertaste for some time in the day.
Yes. So while you are concentrating and being aware and being mindful while you are liking something, while drinking your tea, it might be so. It can be the other way round also. Say, for
Mhm.
example, it's a routine thing and you do it, right? If you are mindful that you are doing that thing, you might be in a flow. the other way around. I'm just saying the other way around. So
Yeah.
while gardening, you are enjoying it and you are in a flow and you are mindful. So what about practicing mindfulness for about doing a thing and then watching whether you are in a flow or not? Probably you will start liking it. So
Yes.
this is another perspective which we can bring. Say for example, I'm sitting. If I'm just sitting and I'm thinking of something, if I'm thinking of something and I'm enjoying and I'm mindful of that thought, it can be a very important thought. It's perfectly okay. So at that point of time, my mindfulness is on the thought, not on the sitting. But say, for example, I'm just sitting like a Buddha or sitting like, enjoying my sitting. So then I sit and I'm mindful that I'm sitting. So there can be two parts of it. We can divide and be mindful. We can be aware and we can be in a flow in whatever we are doing. That's another thought which came to. So this also maybe
Right.
a sense of gratitude can also creep in while you are being mindful and being in a flow. That helps. Great. So that's very nice. Thank you, Devashish, for bringing in the perspective. Thank you, everyone, for being there today and practicing. And we meet tomorrow again in the morning. Till then, Om Shanti. Let today be the happiest day. Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.